Welcome to your post-game report on the Jazz Huddle. Tonight we saw the Utah Jazz beat the Phoenix Suns 111-92. That puts the Jazz at 2-0 and the Phoenix Suns at 0-2 as this was their second matchup. The Jazz won both of them. Looking at some of the Jazz's stats, Bojan Bogdanovic, that is, in 27 minutes was 4 for 9 field goals and 18 points. He had a plus 11 on the night. 7 for 7 free throws, by the way. Good stat right there. Rudy Gobert was 7 for 10 from the line. He had total 11 points. Not too bad of a game. Joe Ingles actually had a pretty big impact on this game. While it may have not showed in the box score, he did have a plus 21 plus minus. One negative that I'm seeing that I think will be reflected soon is that Toulson is not very good. And I know that nobody expected him to be. He signed a 10-day contract with the Jazz recently. I don't think he's going to make the roster. I think he might get cut. We also did not see Royce O'Neal, Shaq Harrison, Trayvon Blewett, or Gill play today. So that's some main things for the Jazz. By the way, Donovan Mitchell had 15 points, had a plus 11 night on 25 minutes, 5 for 14 shooting for him, 1 for 5 3-pointers. Mike Conley, in his return in his second year as a Jazz man, had 16 points. He was plus 20 on the night, 3 assists, 7 for 7 free throws. We know he can make those, but this is what I'm worried about. He's still missing shots. He was 3 for 10. A lot of these shots, when I was commentating, they just didn't flow. He had really good looks. He just didn't get his shot off correctly, and they didn't go in. So 3 for 10 for him, shooting 30% from the floor. But his 3-point stats are outstanding. 3 for 5 from 3-point. That's putting him at a 60% clip. Really high right there. So when we're looking at the Suns, they had pretty good games from Miles Bridges and Devin Booker. Some scattered ones throughout, but Langston Galloway's played really well in these past 2 games. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays really well during the season for him. But James Crowder also did not play. Cam Johnson did not play. Dario Saric did not play. But the Suns were actually favored by 2 going into this game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they were favored by 2. So really the big impact in this game. We also saw some good performances throughout the rookies. Udoka Azubuike got removed from the game a little bit early when he had a flagrant 2. That was on Abdel Nader. He kind of smacked him when he went up, unfortunately. But other than that, it was a pretty good game. In 6 minutes, he had 2 points. He had 3 rebounds, or 2 rebounds, sorry, and plus 3 on the night for him. But I still do like Udoka Azubuike a lot. But the big highlight from the rookies is Elijah Hughes. Had a big night again tonight. By the way, Jordan Clarkson with 5 for 9 shooting. He had 12 points tonight. But Elijah Hughes, 3 for 8 shooting. He had 8 points, plus 2 on the night, 2 rebounds. Great game by him. I'm really excited to see what he does. Not as much this year, but next year he's got a good stroke. I mean, that's one of the cleanest 3-point strokes I've ever seen. He just has it going for him. So other than that, when we take a look at some other stats, Utah was not exactly projected to win this game, but if we look at the shot chart, we missed a lot of threes. Going around the board, just not too many threes. But inside, we were pretty solid. We saw a really good alley-oop play I guess a dump-off play to Udoka Azubuike. They lobbed it to him, and he finished it. I really like Udoka Azubuike. I think he's going to be a stellar rim protector in his future years. So big takeaways. I think that Toulson is probably going to get cut. Nigel Williams-Goss is pretty good so far. Derek Favors, I'm loving him. I think that his stats aren't really showing how much of an impact he's having on the game, but I think it'll get better. And Georges Niang had an okay game, not too much. 2 blocks, though, for Georges Niang somehow, which is interesting. We didn't see any blocks from Azubuike, though. Overall, I think that this game was really important for the Jazz. It really showed what they can do when they're playing well. finished with 111 points. And right out of the third quarter, or right out of the halftime break, we could see just constant offense, and we were on a roll. That's the Jazz basketball we want to see, just quick transition threes, moving the ball quickly, all of that kind of stuff. But basically, great game by both teams. I'm excited to see how the Suns play in the future. I think that Devin Booker is still himself, dropped 27 tonight if I'm right. 27 points on 11 for 17 shooting. That's still really good numbers. And Chris Paul was on limited minutes, it looked like. Didn't play very much. 18 minutes, yeah. That's probably not what he's going to get during the season. He'll probably get closer to like 25. Same thing that a lot of the other players are getting right now. Or maybe closer to 30. Could be because they're playing rookies. But overall, yeah, great game from both teams. I'm excited to see this Jazz team in the regular season. I think that if we can apply these rookies, get them minutes, I think it's going to be a really good season. And I think we're going to do really well this year. So with that, that is all I have for this post-game report. This has been The Huddle.